Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing my 7th grade makeup tutorial. So last week or a couple days ago, whenever I posted it, I posted my 6th grade makeup tutorial. So again, this look is just sort of what I'm going off of. I'm just sort of like building up as I go for each grade. So my next video is going to be the 8th grade makeup tutorial, but I thought that this would be good. It's just a little bit of like concealer, powder, mascara, you know, a couple of things to enhance yourself, but it's still not super dark, so it's light enough that it's not like, wow, she's wearing a lot of makeup. Why is she doing that? Nobody's gonna look at you like that if you wear this in 7th grade. So 7th grade was the year that I was allowed to start wearing makeup, so I wasn't allowed to wear any in 6th grade. My mom pretty much let me wear like anything. I was allowed to wear like foundation if I wanted to, but she always like looked at it in the morning and made sure that it wasn't like too heavy. So I did have some like restrictions kind of a little bit, but this was the year that I was allowed to start wearing makeup, so yeah, if that changes anything. But I mean, this is the look that I have been wearing recently, like, and I'm going into high school now, so this would be like a really pretty look for really anybody. So I've been rambling, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do, I've already washed my face and moisturized because I want to keep my skin looking young and healthy and everything. So I have that on. The next thing I'm going to do is prime my face. And you don't have to use a primer, but I just like to use a primer just because it really helps all of the makeup to stay on. So I'm just going to put that, like, focus it, you know, under my eyes and then on sort of my T-zone because I get oily there. You can skip this step if you want to because it is an extra product, but I just like to do it just because it really helps my makeup to stay on. Okay, so once I have my primer on, I'm going to go ahead in with a liquid concealer. Now the concealer that I've been using lately is the Tarte Maracuja, as my friend told me that it is pronounced because it's Brazilian and she's Brazilian. So I've been using this concealer, but a drugstore alternative is the Maybelline Fit Me, and this is amazing. I love this one just as much. So I'm going to be using the Tarte one today, but you guys have seen me use this Fit Me one, so you know how it works and everything, but it works pretty much exactly the same. I'm just going to use this one today. So I'm just going to apply, sorry, I'm like using the viewfinder as my mirror, so I'm just going to use my fingers to pat this in for the majority of the product, and then the extra product, I'm just going to go ahead and apply that onto my blemishes. So I have one on the side of my nose here and up there, and then on my chin. And you can get more product, but I just had some left on my fingers. So once that's blended in a good amount with my fingers, I'm going to go in with a sponge, and this is a beauty blender, but you can use like any makeup sponge that you have. And then I'm just going to pat that in the rest of the way just so it's not like cakey. So I'm going to grab a little bit more of this just to go over the blemishes again. And then also I'm going to bring this up onto my lid just so that kind of covers everything since we're not doing eyeshadow. That will help to cover any veins or anything like that. So then taking my sponge again and just helping to blend. Okay, so after I've applied on the concealer, I'm going to go in with a powder. You can just use a brush for your whole face, which is what I do sometimes, but just for an extra step for me, you don't have to do this, but I'm just going to take a little makeup sponge like this and go in it and go underneath my eyes, so then it really packs it on there and it won't crease. But you don't have to do this, you can just use the brush and the brush will work fine. Next, I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and just go on my whole face and just powder it to keep it matte. But you don't want to apply on too much of this because, I don't know, that can look pretty, like, that can look like you're wearing a lot of makeup if you use a lot of powder, because powder can thicken up pretty good too, so you know, you want to be careful with that. Then I'm also going to take the sponge and go on my lids, but again, you can just use the brush if you want to. So next, you can do this at any point, but I'm just going to take a little lip balm and apply that onto my lips so they're not all dry and crackly. And then what I'm going to do next is, this is an optional step, but you can apply a blush. It really just depends on how much makeup you want to wear or how much makeup you're allowed to wear. But you can apply a blush, and I think that that would look really pretty. So I'll just show you like what that would look like. I feel like if you're using sort of a thicker concealer, because in my 6th grade tutorial I used a stick concealer, so I feel like if you're using a liquid concealer it gets a little heavier or something like that. I don't know. So I feel like applying a blush would add a good amount of color back into your face. So for that I'm just using Hervana from Benefit, but there's a lot of different drugstore blushes if you want to go for a drugstore alternative. So I'm just going to take a little powder brush like this, and I need my mirror for this, okay? And then I'm just going to apply that right sort of on my cheeks, and I think that is like a really good, it adds the color back into your face a little bit if it got washed out with the powder and the concealer. Now I'm going to move on to my eyes. You can use an eyeliner if you want to. For this tutorial I'm going to show you what it would look like, but you can just do mascara and then be done with the eyes if you want to. But I'm just going to use my Maybelline like Master Kajal or something. So this is drugstore, which is good. And I'm just going to line the outer half of my tight line, but I'm not going to do anything on the bottom because the tight line can sort of drop to the lower waterline too. So, you know, I'm just going to do the top tight line. That's what I'll do. So as you can tell, that just kind of thickened up my lashes a little bit and just made it a little bit darker. So it's kind of a step forward from the 6th grade. Obviously you can skip the step if you would like to. I thought I would add a little bit more just because I'm kind of stepping up each grade that I do. So I think the liner is a good touch, and as you can tell it did kind of come down onto my waterline a little bit. So that's good that we only put it on the outer half, because then that would just not be good. So yeah. Next thing, obviously you can skip this as well. I'm kind of doing extra steps, but you can just keep it as simple as you want to with all these steps. But I'm just going to curl my lashes. Obviously you can skip it if you want to, like I said, but I really like the extra perk in my lashes. I really like my lashes to be kind of really curly. This is a Revlon eyelash curler, so it's drugstore and it works really, really well, so it's very affordable. After that, I'm going to use my Voluminous Million Lashes Mascara from L'Oreal, I think. L'Oreal. And I like this mascara because it's not waterproof, but it holds a curl a little bit better than other non-waterproof mascaras. And as you know, I really like mascaras that hold my curl. You can go as heavy or as light as you want on the mascara. I'm just going to do maybe like 2 thin coats. So I do like 1 thin coat, and then I kind of let that dry. And then I curl my lashes and do another thin coat, and then, you know, go back and do another coat. And I'm also going to do a little bit on my bottom lashes just because I think it really opens up your eyes a lot. So I like to do it, but you can skip it if you don't like the bottom mascara. Okay, so the mascara got a little bit thicker than I was planning on it getting, but you can go lighter on it if you want to, or you can go heavier. Whatever floats your goat. Okay, so the very last thing that I would put in this look is a lip gloss if you want to wear it. You obviously don't have to. But this is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. And this is a, like, really, really good nude gloss. So, it's very natural looking, but it's still really, really pretty. So that's what it looks like. Obviously, it's really natural, but it adds a little bit of shimmer and shine to your lips if you like that. So you are all done with the look. This is it. If you guys wear this look or you enjoy it, make sure to tweet it to me or give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And my Instagram and Twitter right here. I literally put them there every single video. But that's where they'll be. So make sure to follow me on there, tweet me pictures, tag me on Instagram. I'd love to look at your guys' stuff. So that's pretty much it. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Next video will be an 8th grade makeup tutorial, so get ready for that, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!